What's poppin', everyone? Adma here. Okay, so it's almost close to the time when Samsung should be trying to probably unveil the new addition to the Galaxy Fold lineup. So that should be a Galaxy Fold 2. Now, I just wanted to make this video because I just felt like, hey, might as well just put it out there, the things that I actually think I would like to see in the next Galaxy Fold. Things that I think will make it a better product than what it is already, and will make it more appealing for people to buy, and will also justify that very, very enormous price tag. So let's actually get into it. Now, the first thing that you have to talk about if you're talking about a new Galaxy Fold is that outer display. Now, I am among those people that say that smaller displays are just not it. Yeah, I've used phones with smaller displays before. The Huawei Y336-U02 that had a 4-inch screen, but then that phone had a 16:9 aspect ratio. The Samsung Galaxy Fold's outer screen is 21:9, and it's too narrow. I will not lie. When I saw it, I said that is too small. Take into context the Huawei Mate X, which has a 19:9:9 aspect ratio screen when it's folded. Samsung should just work on this, and then they should make the screen size bigger. 4.6 inches is just not it. Something like 5.5 inches or maybe even 6 inches would be very, very good. And I actually think that a lot of people will be happy if they have that kind of thing. And then the next thing which I'm going to talk about, which is also under this same display issue, is a better aspect ratio for that outer display. At least something like 20:9. I don't think they can do 19.5:9, but 20:9 aspect ratio. That's what most phones these days use. I think 21:9 is just a bit too narrow, and then I don't know, it's a personal preference. I just don't like 21:9 aspect ratio screens. I prefer 20:9 or 19.5:9. And then that outer display, Jesus Christ, just make it 20:9 aspect ratio. Then as for the inner screen, make the aspect ratio better. Here's the thing. When I first saw the Samsung Galaxy Fold, my mind said, yeah, this is cool and all, but why does it look like a square? Now, for some people this isn't annoying, but for me it was a bit annoying. And then the aspect ratio that the Samsung Galaxy Fold inner screen, what it comes with, is quite frustrating. Really, I don't know. I feel that Samsung should make it at least a 4:3, just like the iPads and many other tablets out there. It would actually make the viewing experience on it better, because so many apps and games are just not used to the weird aspect ratio that the Samsung Galaxy Fold's inner display has, and so it just causes a lot of glitches and bugs, which brings me to my next point, the notch. Now, I will praise Samsung for one thing. They had an initiative enough to put cameras on every side of the phone. So no matter what side of the phone you have with you, there's always a camera ready for you. The outer display has a selfie camera. The inner display has selfie cameras plus a depth sensor. And then the back cameras are always there for you. That makes a total of 6 cameras on the phone. I'm fine with that. But please, Samsung, do not bring that horrible gigantic side notch again. It's better you do a hole punch display. I will much more prefer that. And I'm very sure a lot of people would actually prefer that, because I saw a lot of people complaining about how that notch cuts into content when you're trying to watch videos on the Fold or when you're trying to play games on the Fold. And then one thing I think will actually be useful is to add a stylus to the Samsung Galaxy Fold. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I know that the Samsung Galaxy Note series is known for that, and that's like their main headlining feature when it comes to reasons to actually buy that. Apart from the fact that it's Samsung's overkill phone. But think about it. If you had the Samsung Galaxy Fold 2 and it had the correct aspect ratio both on the inner and outer screen, and then it had a stylus inside it, not externally, it would make for good competition against its greatest rival, the iPad mini and the iPad Pro, because those, they don't have styluses inside them, and they are, I mean, it's just me talking, and this is just a personal thing that I think would be better, but let me know in the comments if you think that that would actually be a good thing. And then the last thing is a high refresh rate screen. Yes, there is no how, already this should be confirmed, but there is no how that the new Samsung Galaxy Fold won't come with a high refresh rate OLED screen. If it doesn't come with a high refresh rate OLED screen, I don't think people would actually be willing to buy it. Well, there might be some people willing to buy it if it had other features like the better screen aspect ratio and all of that. But me personally, I don't think I'll get it if it doesn't have that high refresh rate. But then since we already know that it will have a high refresh rate, let's talk about something else. It's setting up that high refresh rate. Now, a lot of manufacturers have said my phone is at 120 hertz, and then you dive into the settings, and yes, it's true, the phone is at 120 hertz, but you can't downscale to something like 90 hertz. You can only go straight down to 60. I don't actually think this is a good thing, and I'm very surprised a lot of reviewers haven't complained about this. Just put it in the settings. Some people would want to have 120 hertz on all the time. Some people would like to have 90 hertz on when they try to save a little bit more battery but don't want to lose the buttery smooth display. I mean, geez. So this is something I think should be in the Samsung Galaxy Fold, along with a 240 hertz touch sampling rate. These things are what I think personally could make the Samsung Galaxy Fold 2 a much more appealing device for people to buy. But let me know in the comment sections below, what do you think could make the Samsung Galaxy Fold a better buy for you? Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Peace.